Hello, warm welcome to all of you in today's session or today's third chapter or the third unit of course mushroom cultivation. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the classification of fungi, that means the classification of a mushroom. Okay, everyone aware about the mushrooms and where they are growing. Basically, mushroom are the one type of human usable diet part. Then we have used the references like mushroom are a fleshy spore bearing fruiting body of a fungus. Typically, it is produced from the above ground on a soils or on its food source. That means about the mushroom. There are about 1.5 to 2 million species of mushroom present over the earth. Out of the 18 lakh 88,000 species identified. Among that, 124 species are edibles, and from which 24 to 26 species under the cultivation, and the 4 to 6 species are commercially available. There are the three basic classification. So first we are seeing the classification of a mushroom, that means the classification of fungi. As we know, that is the first things on the earth are evolved, that is the bacterial organisms. Then from the bacteria we get different types of division or the group like diplomonads, microsporidia, trichomonas, flagellates, glycolates, then plants, and then final fungi, then animals, slimes, then slims modes, then entomobia, then archaea. This type of evolutionary trends observed in a mushroom. Let's see taxonomic positions. There are the two things in a classification. First is taxonomic position and another that is a classification. Taxonomic position is nothing but it is a ranking of or systematically place of that organisms. Let's see fungi. First, the kingdom of mushroom, that is a fungi. That is the first position or the position of a kingdom, that is a fungi. Then division of mushroom. So what are the division of mushroom? They may be a eumycota, that is the second ranking or the second taxonomic hierarchy, that is a eumycota. Then subdivision. In a mushroom or the fungi, there are the two subdivisions. One is known as a basidiomycota and another that is known as a ascomycota. Then classes. There are the four different type of classes. The division basidiomycota divided into hymnomycota and gastromycetes, that two classes of basidiomycotina. Then ascomycotina, discomycetes, and pyromycetes, that are the two classes of ascomycota. Then order, there are different orders we can see in the slides. There are agricales, aphylophores, hypnogastrals, phylales, pagales, then tuberales, cordycepils, hypomyces. There are different orders of a mushroom classification or the fungi classification. I usually words mushroom or the fungi, that is a same. The first classification who given the classification of fungi, that is Ainsworth in 1971. He proposed the more natural systems of classification of fungi, classification based on morphology, especially reproductive structure. Ainsworth, in his dictionary of fungi, treated the fungi as a separate and independent kingdom. Then outline of Ainsworth classification we can observe. There are the two categories. They have made somatic body of mass free living plasmodiums with no firm walls, somatic body of a unicellular or the multicellular filamentous. That they have made two classes or the two compartment. That means somatic body of mass free living plasmodium and somatic body of plasmodium with a multicellular. Then it have divided into two division. First is a myxomycota, their class single myxomycetes. Then eumycota, there is second class. First there is a myxomycota. It is classified into the further category motile cells. It is also known as a zoospores present in a perfect spores, oospores. That gives the second category, that is a mastigomycota. Then motile cell are absent. That means the one is a motile cell is present and another is a motile cell absent. That is in the perfect stage and perfect stage absent. The perfect stage are absent, that is the Deuteromycotina. Then perfect stage is present, that is classified into the three categories: perfect spore, zygospore, perfect spore, ascospore, perfect spore, basidiospore. On the basis of they given name zygomycotina, ascomycotina, and basidiomycotina. Then another classification we can see Masticomycotina. First we have see the uh, let's see first what are we have see the first we have to the Myxomycotana. Then we are going to see second category, that is the Masticomycotina. Posteriorly uniflagellated zoospore flagellum whiplash type of anteriorly uniflagellated zoospores, biflagellated heteroconitian swarmer type of anterior flagellal tin cells. Flagella are the whiplash type of cells. Then classes of zoospores of a flagellum, that is a Catridomycetes. Order, there is a Catridales, Blastoclatridales, Monofordales, then Hypocatridales, then Sapro, Saprolegnials, then Leptomilitales, then Legionidales, peronosporils, and then plasmodophorils. That are the some classification. Like that classification, zygomycotina is classified on the basis of their reproductive body, like the mostly saprophytic. Sometimes it is a weak parasites, mycoparasites. Some are the attacking the insect, but then developing the mycelium inside instead of only attached to the inner lining of a digestive tract. Zygospore generally is spherical in shapes. Then zygomycetes, then order are the mucorales, enteromorphales, then zooflagellus, then trichomycetes. It is also classified into the three orders like hyperales, acerales, eclairales, and amebidales. Then another type of a class, that is the Ascomycota, that is also classified on the basis of ascospores. Ascocarp or the Ascogenus hypi are absent and Ascogenus hypi are present. In those Ascogenus hypi are the absent, they are classified into the four different class: Hemiascomycota, Liculomycota, Plectomycota, Labellomycota, Paranomycota. Then those having the ascospore present, that is classified into the Ascus binucleate and Ascus are the uninucleate. Then ascus uninucleata are classified into the further. Then asci scattered at a various level within the cleistothecium, and the asci regularly arranged forming the hymenium at the base. Then asci are the arranged in a hymenium, that are again classified into the two: ectoparasitic and non-ectoparasitic. The non-ectoparasitic again classified into the ascocarp, perithecium, ascus incorporate, then ascocarp, apothecium, often the massive hypogenous. That are the some classification. Then again further classification of Ainsworth classification, we can observe Hemiascomycetes, then Liculoascomycetes, Plectomycetes, Labromycetes, Pyrenomycetes, and Descomycetes. It is again classified into the three different orders like the Endomycetes, Protomycetes, Taphinomycetes, microthyreals, hysterales, pleporals, diotherals, urocials, microcells. We can observe that type of a classification in this fungi. Then again some classification of Basidiomycotona. Basidiocarp present and Basidiocarp absent. Basidocarp present, that are again classified into two: Basidocarp of Gymnocarpus or the Angiocarpus, and Basidocarp Angiocarpus. And further classification Teleomycetes, Hymnomycetes, and Gastromycetes we can observe. Then another type of subdivision classification we observe Deuteromycotina, like without pseudomyceliums and with myceliums. That myceliums with the sterile myceliums and the spores. Then sterile mycelium having the monolials, mycelials. Then spores mycelium having the coelomycetes, melanoconels, and spherospidals. Then some natural habitat on that mushroom or are the founding. First of all, humus. inhabiting the media, humus and wood. Hemicolous, foliocolous, lignocolous. Then sporophytic, Mariome species, Valvaria species, Polyporous species. Then on the wood, there are the Agrocypes species, Pleurotus species, Lentinus species. Like that, observe. I have given such examples with their photographs and the systematic position like Pleurotus species. So some type of classification we have observed in the session like Basidiomycotona, Hymnomycotona, Agricales, Trichometes, Pleurotus. We can observe that type of figures. Then some another figure like Agaricus bisporus. That same fungi Basidiomycotona, Agaricomycetes, Agaricales, Agaricaceae and Agaricus. We call as a button mushroom. Then another Agaric compestris, same to same classification like fungi Basidiomycotona, Agaricomycetes, Agaricales, Agaricaceae, Agaricus and Agaricus species. And here are the general life cycle of a fungi or the mushroom. How that from we can regenerate that species from their reproductive body. Let's see, here are the adult body. In that adult body their gills are present. In gills they having the spores. In gills it is also known as fruiting body, and that spores releases in environment. It produces the mycelium. From that mycelium they aggregate mycelium and produces the hyphae, and from that hyphae again produces the adult body. Same way here I have explained color images like a gills having the basidia, then sexual fusion of basidia, then germination of a basidiospores, then mycelium, hyphae, then vegetative body, and then final adult body will be a form. Then some species of mushroom. In the next session we are going to see some mushroom species, that means edible, non-edible species. In next session we are going to discuss about that. Thank you.